suppose of sorts. I'm
Are
ready.
you ready? Yeah. I imagine
Ready.
this is, it's like real life peak, I guess.
Oh!
Yep. It's all right. Eventually. Just missed a bit, didn't he?
Oh, poor lad.
Yeah, he won a silver, though.
Hello there, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Football Manager Therapy. I am your host, Rich Owens. Joining me this evening, we've got D, and we've got Jeb. Hello, Jeb. How are you, friend?
Okay.
Good.
Do you want me to elaborate more?
No, leave it there.
No. I was listening to our rival podcast, the FM show, the other day. And they went off. They've started copying us. They've started doing like massive tangents at the start of their episodes.
Have they?
Like, yeah. I think we need to now go the other way and we just go straight into the FM because that's all we're going to talk about today. Yeah.
Yes, straight into the football management. That was what was on the docket for this evening. D, Football Manager, thoughts?
I like it.
Thanks, everybody. How are you, though, D?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm a little sleepy because I had a gig last night.
You
And
did
it's
have
still
a gig last
affecting
night.
me. I'm a sleepy bean, but we'll get there.
You'll get there.
We'll get there. How are you, Rich?
Oh, I'm all right, thanks. Yeah, I'm good. It's a bearable temperature in my house now, which is really exciting for me. So,
The
honestly,
bears are going to come.
hope so. Fingers crossed. I've left 3 bowls of porridge out downstairs.
Very good.
Oh, that attracts Goldilocks, doesn't it? What attracts bears? How do you
Picnic baskets.
a picnic? Of course.
Picnic. Not picnic. Picnic.
Picnic basket.
Picnic. Picnic.
Boo boo. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's going to be 3 cold bowls of there aren't 3 cold bowls of porridge. That was a lot harder to say than
There
it
you
should
go.
have been.
3
Thank you.
cold bowls of porridge.
Well,
3
yeah,
cold bowls of
bowls.
porridge. It's not really difficult to say that.
3 cold bowls of porridge. And it's actually quite easy, isn't it?
Got excited at the thought of it.
I was giddy at the thought of some porridge. I'll be honest with you. I was giddy at the thought.
We said no tangents.
Sorry.
What about tangerines in the porridge?
Oh.
Oh.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of marmalade, maybe. Little splob of marmalade on top. could
Yeah,
be
like
great.
squidgy porridge and like squidgy tangerine. No, yeah.
No.
Something to sort of complement the squidge of the porridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of
Maybe like
crunch.
a really old tangerine.
Maybe an old tangerine. I was 10 when I realised that you could have porridge with anything but
Hot milk.
butter and salt on top.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just
butter. You put
yeah. No, my dad, my old man. That was his
salted
thing.
or unsalted butter. This is.
Oh no, it didn't matter because he was putting salt on top of it anyway. But that was his porridge. It was butter and salt on top of porridge, and that's how it was made for me. And I had a sleepover at a friend's house, and then his mum said, "Do you want some porridge the next morning?" And I said, "Yes, please." And then she gave us porridge, and then she brought out jam and like chocolate sauce, and I was like, "Oh, porridge? Are you mental?" And then I tried it, and it changed everything. And yeah, then that was when I realised. Same sleepover when I realised that hula hoops weren't spicy because my dad used to put Tabasco on them.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a hell of an evening. You learned a lot that evening.
Yeah, exactly.
honestly, I came home a changed man. I'd seen how the other half lived, and it was less spicy and a lot more sugary, and it's why I am the way I am now. Thanks, that friend I had a sleepover's house at. Appreciate you.
You don't
We've
remember
lent
their
really
name,
heavily
do
into the
you?
therapy early doors here, haven't we? Because we're just exploring. Yeah, this all just explains so much. When you look at the big tapestry that is Rich Owens, this is just more that makes sense. So I'm sorry. everybody. Should we talk about football instead? Should we try that?
Go on then.
Because I've started to open up, and I think that's enough. I think people don't need to know that much about me or want to. Football then. Yet.
Football.
Time will come. We were inspired today's episode. We're inspired because we didn't record a podcast last week because of the World Cup final, which I did a watch off. Well done,
So
Spain.
World Cup final.
It was a World Cup final.
Oh,
It was a World Cup final. Spoiler alert: Spain won.
oh,
I know. Imagine that. They beat Argentina 1-0 in the final, and I have to say, having watched it, Argentina handled it with nothing but grace and decorum. I think they were true sportsmen until the very end. Leo Messi had a cry and everybody else had a scrap, which is the best way to describe it. It's the done
I
thing,
like that
isn't
they
it?
just carried it on to the very end and afterwards as well. So, like, even to the point where they turned their backs when Spain lifted the trophy.
Yeah.
I mean, Donald Trump didn't. He was like, I'm just going to stay on the stage.
No.
Like, Ginny's like, come on, Donald. No, come on, no. I like that they redid the celebration just so he wasn't in. I mean, that was good work.
That was a nice moment. I mean, he's a hard man to get off the stage at the best of times anyway. They just would have had to, I think in hindsight, if he was to be involved again, he hands them the trophy and then he looks down and there's just like a trail of unredacted Epstein files, like leading off the stage, and he has to like go and scrabble them up. That's the only way.
I was going
to
to suggest a sort of Mr. Burns style trapdoor.
Or that.
As the team lift the trophy, the floor opens, he falls through. Or the floor opens, he pauses there for a moment, looks down, realizes, oh, bother, then falls down with a loud.
Yeah, you need that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Noise.
you need that bit, yeah.
Yeah. Before he goes down, does he also hold up a little wooden sign that says help? And then just
Yes,
down he goes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's
Body
appropriate.
goes, neck elongates,
Yeah.
head.
Hair stays for ages
Yes.
and then eventually floats after him.
Got that. Yeah.
Good.
Good. Yeah. FIFA, if you're watching this,
That's going to be a really difficult thumbnail for you, this, D. Just set yourself up for that.
That's what you think. I've already been making this for a month.
we knew he wouldn't leave the stage. We were prepared. Argentina did a scrap. Donald Trump was also there. And based on that scrap and based on just the general attitude of a lot of the Argentinian players, I thought, wouldn't it be fun, lads? Wouldn't it be fun for us if we were to make a list of players inspired by the Argentinian temperament in the final and post-final whistle, and come up with our own shithouse 11s, the all-time, in our opinions, the ultimate shithouses, starting 11s. We're going to run through them together. That's what we're going to do, fellas. Shockingly enough, there will probably be some crossover here, because there are some absolute superstars from the world of the dark footballing arts on these lists. D, I'm going to start with you, dear. Your shithouse 11. Who have you got in goal, darling? Who have you got in
I don't
net?
think this is of any surprise to anyone on planet Earth, but I've gone for Emi Martinez.
Okay. Yeah.
I almost went Pickford. Thought Pickford's got some good moments, as does Aaron Ramsdale. I think he's got some good shithousery moments, but it's Emi Martinez. He's the undisputed king of shithousery from goal. So, saves a penalty and he gives it the big uns. He won Golden Glove at the 2022 World Cup and proceeded to hold it like it was his member. And just loves getting in the opposition's head. I think he does a very good job of it. If he, I can't help but respect it.
Yeah, you got to lean into it. Did the commentators bring Emi Martinez's kind of gesture with the Golden Glove trophy up when Unai Simon got handed it?
I don't know.
I think they did. I think there was a slight reference to what Emi Martinez did with it.
Maybe.
And there should be. It's gone down.
It's a good moment.
Yeah. I think the three that you've listed there were all solid choices. Emi Martinez doesn't massively surprise me at all, given maybe a bit of recency bias there. But yeah, he's got to be up there. Got to be up there.
So that flag in his hair.
Oh,
I like the way it faded over the World Cup, though. To be fair, he didn't actually top it up for the World Cup final, but yeah, the flag in his hair was quite troubling.
I thought at first glance, I thought he had my issue where he's just getting a big patch of grey on like one of his temples, and it had just stretched the back of his head. But no, it was a dye job. It was a box dye job. Jeb, who have you got in net? Who's your naughty goalkeeper?
Let me tell you about 2004. Probably before you were born, Rich, wasn't it? Yeah.
About that, yeah.
Yeah. England in a penalty shootout against Portugal. And Vassell stepped up to take the final penalty. And the goalkeeper for Portugal, Ricardo, had taken his gloves off. And he saved Vassell's penalty. And then he got up, saved that. That's nice. Down to a deciding penalty now. I'll take it. He took it and scored. Like, that's quite big shithousery. We're getting demonetized on YouTube if you keep saying shit. So, we'll just, because we make all that money as well. Have you subscribed?
I think you have to be making money to be demonetized.
Yeah. Have you subscribed and liked it? We'll wait. Come on. We're waiting. Come on. Just 20 more of you really help. Go tell a friend. Go get all your fake accounts that you've got to make comments on other podcasts. You know what you do, trolls. So Ricardo. See, I'm probably in there. And then he was similar in the shootout victory against against England again, the next the World Cup in 2006. And then he played for Leicester. I don't know how. I don't remember that. There we are. But I would put him as quite a shithouse goalkeeper.
I like that. I'll be honest with you, I'd completely forgotten about the taking the gloves off, saving the penalty, then scoring the next one. That's lovely. I like that. That's the level I can get behind. Like, no fighting after the final whistle, but that's nice. See, those again, two lovely shouts from the two of you there. I've gone a slightly different direction with mine. My goalkeeper, purely on the basis that he tells us that shithouse was his literal nickname for the vast majority of his career. It's Mark Crossley. That's where I've gone. I mean, if that's all Cloughie shouted at him for the vast majority of his career, then for me, he probably belongs on the list because he probably was one. That or Jigsaw, but those were his two favorite nicknames of mine. Yeah, lovely stuff. Good old Mark Crossley. I could listen to him telling Cloughie stories for ages. But you couldn't pay me to watch him playing goal at any point during his career. Not asked. He'll have some stories after his career. Oh yeah, you would hope. Oh yeah, you would hope. But yeah, so I've gone Mark Cross. Okay, I think that is two very, very good answers and one stupid one from me. Get used to that, boys. Lovely. Three keepers. Defenders now. Now, as we all know, a lot of defenders over history have kind of developed this reputation for being a little bit naughty, flexing the rules to an extent. D, who's the first defender you've got on your list?
The first name that came to mind for me is an Italian man who I don't know how.
Paolo Maldini.
Not Paolo Maldini. I don't know if you remember, I believe it was a World Cup final, actually, where a certain French man with bald hair, he was bald. Zinedine Zidane had a mild...
He had some hair, he had like a monk hair.
Yeah, a monk hairdo. Bald hair, yeah, exactly. He had an interaction with this player. Yeah, that's a bald haircut. Bald hair. Marco Materazzi for upsetting Zinedine Zidane, and then obviously as a result of that getting a headbutt, which was a great moment, a really great moment. But he was the first person that came to mind. Like in a final, just talk about getting in someone's head that quickly. Just was it his sister and his mum that he dissed on the pitch, and then Zidane just went like, not having that. Headbutts him. It's like, yeah, that's some dark arts.
That really is. That really is. Am I right in saying that was Zidane's final ever game of his career as well?
It was his last game ever as a professional footballer.
Yeah.
He got a red card in it. And there was this lovely, well, I say lovely, very bittersweet shot as he got sent off, where Zidane's walking off the pitch and he walks past the World Cup trophy, and they like filmed the whole bit of him walking off and going down the tunnel, which, tough on Zizou, but at the same time, top level shithousery.
Oh, peak. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Yeah. He was a name that popped up in my mind. Not the one that I went with. Well, not a player I went with, but I would have been surprised if he hadn't been on anybody else's lists. Jeb, what have you got? Because, I mean, if we're going classic 4-4-2, if you've gone positionally, this could be a right back. This could be any defender. Who have you got for us?
I could go for a right back. I'm going to go for a left back, and it's Ben Thatcher.
Okay,
You remember Ben Thatcher?
I remember Ben Thatcher.
Yeah, started at Millwall. Kind of sums up there. Was at Wimbledon. Got a couple of red cards for elbowing people. Wimbledon got relegated. This is a pattern that I've noticed. I was looking for. Wimbledon got relegated. He went to Tottenham. I don't know why he was at Tottenham. He went to Tottenham and fell out with Glenn Hoddle. And then he went to Leicester. They got relegated. He moved to Man City. And it was Man City, I think, where he got another red card for an elbow, but it wasn't really an elbow. It was just a full-on clothesline. Maybe even like a diving forearm, because he knocked Pedro Mendes completely unconscious. I think he broke his jaw. So, yeah, quite bad. And he was given a yellow card for it. Didn't exist then. I mean,
those were the
look
days.
it up. Just look up Ben Thatcher, Pedro Mendes. Definite yellow card. Like, honestly, there was a fair few complaints. Like, he nearly got like arrested and charged for it, but I think Pedro Mendes didn't put any charges in. He did get a suspended. He got a 6-game ban, and it could have been 15-game ban as well. Could have gone as far as that. And then Man City got relegated. And then he moved to Charlton. Guess what happened to Charlton? I mean, I don't know if this is the ultimate shithousery, but there we are. Yeah, he just got relegated a lot. But yeah, mainly just that Pedro Mendes, but he just loved to throw an elbow around. Yeah. So, Pedro Mendes. Not Pedro Mendes, Ben Thatcher. Or Pedro Mendes done nothing wrong.
Blaming the victims now, aren't we?
Exactly. Yeah.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I like that. Again, I think completely justified, completely valid. Valid selection. I think he's a worthy addition to your squad, Jeb. I've gone for a right back, somebody who, well, they started their career at right back and then they became a centre back predominantly for the kind of second half of their career. Sergio Ramos, wasn't he horrible? Wasn't he absolutely hideous to play against? Just knew what he was doing. The man must have been he must be a lawyer. Like behind the scenes, because his knowledge of the rules and what he can and can't get away with, quite incredible. Jeb's that angry about Sergio, he's just left. Hates Sergio Ramos.
Well, understandable.
Ramos. Yeah,
understandable. So yeah, Sergio Ramos is a very strong pick. Can I surprise you?
Go on, shock me.
I have him in my defense as well.
There's no way.
Which is. I mean, I think it's understandable, though. Like, if you think of like the number of red cards he picked up in his career, 30. 26 at Real Madrid. I have Googled this. 2 at PSG, 1 at Sevilla, 1 at Monterrey.
Good.
None for Spain.
Huh. Not once.
Not according to the internet, not once.
Wow.
But he loved getting them. I felt like it was that Sergio Ramos getting a red card felt like if you're ever doing a bet in a significant game, it's like, worth doing. In fact, I distinctly remember my cousin's stag do. We were down in Brighton. It was the same weekend. Was it Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid were in a World Cup final against each other? And I think he might have got a red card in that game. But he literally was like, "Oh yeah, I'm putting a red card on this game because it's Ramos."
Because it's Sergio Ramos.
Yeah.
Categorically, yeah. He's pretty much a shoe in your ACCA, isn't he? Just some kind of card, yellow or red. pretty much
Yeah,
nailed it.
absolutely.
Was it Ramos that essentially bulldogged Mo Salah in the Champions League final as well?
Yeah, he did. Pulled his arm out the sock. Well, just like
Yeah.
dislocated his shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah. That was Sergio. Didn't get sent off for that, did he? Or did he?
No, he got a little yellow card, didn't he? Little yellow card.
Yellow.
Little slap on the wrist.
Exactly. So yeah, Sergio's on mine. He's made D's list as well. Jeb, did he also make it onto yours?
He didn't make it onto mine, but someone else did.
Oh.
Surprisingly. Yeah, I know. You'd have thought it. Martin Taylor. Martin Taylor played for Birmingham.
Okay.
Actually didn't do anything wrong in his whole career. He just made that one challenge on Eduardo when Arsenal were going for the title. And it completely derailed the title. Actually, he's not a shithouse. He's wonderful.
Now
I retract Martin.
What a man. What a man.
But no, the Martin Taylor one was, I remember it happening. I remember Eduardo, it was a horrible leg break. But it was like, it went that far. And I think it wasn't long after, well, no, it's probably about 5-10 years after Cisse had done something similar with his leg. But Arsene Wenger just went so far and just went, yeah, he deserves a worldwide ban from the game forever. And then he retracted his statement a little bit later. But yeah, it was, I think it was that game. And then was that the game where Gallas had a massive strop at the end as well? He just sat on the pitch. I think it might have been. Yeah, that's when the whole thing fell apart. But yes. Apparently he apologised to him and went to see him in hospital, but Eduardo doesn't remember either of them. So,
well,
yeah.
that's Eduardo then.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Yeah. If you're going to get your legs snapped in half on a football pitch, at least have the common courtesy to be a gentleman about it afterwards.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially with
broken
the
left fibula, and this is what I do remember: the open dislocation of his left ankle. Like his ankle pretty much disconnected from his leg. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What a treat.
I can't wait to see this thumbnail now.
I'll send you the photo of my wife's X-rays, D. Just for
cheers, mate.
Yeah, it's fundamentally the same injury, except she was never a part of a title race for Arsenal.
And then what would happen to Donald Trump's legs when he falls down this big hole? So it's fine.
Yes,
this is true. This is true. Yeah. It's all coming back full circle.
Oh, Donald Trump's just declared war on FMT.
Which is strange because he was such a big fan of us not weeks ago.
Weeks ago, he couldn't get enough of us. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Exactly. He's put tariffs on us. Joke's on him. We haven't got any money.
Yeah, have that, Donald. Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow that that Donald Trump and the American Air Force have destroyed all of FMT's Navy and Air Forces. They haven't.
Actually, I was going to say, how's Stakey getting to Germany? Oh,
he's using the FMT helicopter. He'll be fine. That's the one they can't get.
Is that the Air Force? We got a stealth helicopter? I'm very confused here.
Can't tell. I'm not allowed to talk about the stealth helicopters. It's against the Geneva Convention. Speaking of being against the Geneva Convention, segues. I've got somebody who, if we think Sergio Ramos was bad, I'm going to assume that it was the person he learnt everything from. Because as you mentioned, the red cards really ramped up for Sergio when he arrived at Real Madrid. Who did he spend week in, week out stood next to?
David Beckham.
Madrid. It was David Beckham, who just taught him how to just be grumpy and kick out at people.
It's your man. It's your man Peep, isn't it?
It's Peep. Yeah. Big Peeps.
PP. Yeah, I've got PP as well.
Big PP. Of course it is. Of course it is. Just a walking fight. Like the fact that I was, the most shocking thing about Pepe's career for me was finding out that he actually had the capacity to grow a full head of hair. Like, I just assumed he was born a skinhead and then he was a skinhead forever. I just assumed that maybe even alopecia. He had eyebrows, so it couldn't have been alopecia. But yeah, he just looked terrifying. And then
it was great. It was scared to grow out of his own head.
Exactly. He just just looked at himself in the mirror in the mornings. It was like, "Hey, no," and it didn't.
You
was terrified of him. So yeah, if we think Ramos was bad, Pepe was just as bad, if not worse. I'm assuming that he's
Well, thanks to Google, I've just found out he missed 40 games due to suspension in his career. So he missed an entire season's worth of football.
Wow.
Thanks to him being the angriest man. The clip I remember is the one that really stays in my mind. It was, I think, after he tackled someone, and then he just continues kicking them in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Silly man. He didn't make my list because I figured someone else was going to mention him.
Sure.
I figured someone else was going to mention him. Now I'm torn between, I mean, I could say both of these names for my defensive backline. The one I'm going to go for, though, for my next choice is, how would you feel if a defender for your team very openly said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the club. I'm staying at this club. Don't you? We're going to stick around. And then within about a week, not only leaves your club, but signs for your biggest rivals. And then proceeds to win quite a few trophies with them. And has no remorse for it whatsoever, and is hated by every fan of his old club. Yeah. If this match is a part of your life's career, you might be Sol Campbell. And I thought, that's quite a shithouse move to be like, no, I'm not. I'm sticking around. Don't you worry. I'm staying here. How much do you say? Oh, well, I'm going over there, actually.
Yeah.
Money talks, people. Yeah. What
Yes.
a shit house man for doing such a thing to his own fans and club. Yeah.
It's true. Like there aren't many players in world football who I think fans of one club despise as much as Spurs fans hate Sol Campbell. Like they despise Sol Campbell.
Yeah.
And that is powerful. It's genuinely powerful. Like how much hatred they have towards him. Like even if, see, when you started there, I was like, this could be going a couple of directions in my mind, because there's Sol Campbell, and then you've also got similarly Ashley Cole as well.
Yeah.
But even when I've heard Arsenal fans talk about Ashley Cole, and they're like, oh yeah, what a bastard! Like, can't believe he went to Chelsea. Can't believe he did that. Cannot believe he did that. Great player though. Like one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Spurs
Still love
fans
him.
talking about, like they can't, even though he let them down, even though he made a bit of a Judasy move, they will still acknowledge that he was a fantastic left back.
He still makes so many like Arsenal all-time Premier League 11s.
Yeah.
Sol Campbell's not making it any time.
He is not. He is not. No.
No.
Very, very unlikely. No, that's he. I'll be honest. He was on the Campbell and Maserati were the two that I was maybe, and then I went in a different direction with a couple of them. But both of them completely understandable. Did Sol make it onto your list as well, Jeb?
No. Do you want to know my next defender?
I'd love to.
I did. Yeah. Julian Dix, just because of his name. Dix by name, Dix by nature. He was just horrible.
Horrible man.
Just horrible. And really good at golf.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you
there
go.
you go.
And there we are. Yeah, but yeah.
Facts. You're learning today, audience. That's what you're doing. You're learning today.
Could
Does
go
Julian
with
Dix have any hole-in-ones? Let's find
do.
that out. Internet.
question for Championship Manager players, probably.
Yes, he does. He has a couple, apparently.
Did anybody play the left wing combo on Championship Manager 2 of Julian Dix and Stefan? Begins with a K.
Yeah, I know. I was saying, I got there.
Yeah. It's a naughty word. I probably won't say that, but yeah. Did you have that combo? Because you were childish.
It's a good combo, though.
Yeah,
Possibly.
yeah.
I've heard rumours that Lionel Messi is considering retiring at the end of the season, and he's going to start a cleaning business with Stefan.
All right, okay.
Yeah. And
What are they going to call it, Rich?
Lionel and Stefan's cleaning business.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought
Okay.
that's what I was going to call it.
Yeah.
What else would they call it? Yeah, that's valid. I think Julian Dix is a valid inclusion to these lists categorically. D picked an Italian defender. I've also picked an Italian defender, shockingly enough. I've gone a little bit more recent in terms of the thousery. A man who loves grabbing a collar.
Oh, don't.
In a final.
Yeah.
And thanks to a photo that somebody took in the Juve dressing room at one point, has also got an absolute weapon on him. Giorgio Chiellini. Honestly. He's very, very naughty. Very, very naughty boy.
I believe you and I discussed him on a podcast not too long ago, and I realised he looks alarmingly like the puppets from Spitting Image.
He does, yeah. He does.
Yeah.
He really, really does. Especially as he got older. Especially the older he got, the more so he really lent into that. I think just being perennially naughty on the football pitch just does that to you. Ages you terribly. Haggers you.
Oh, yeah.
So, I've got to stick Chiellini in there. Because, again, it's that newer generation. You know, there was crossover to him and Materazzi as well. But there's like that new generation of just proper arsehole centre-back. Yeah. Seems to be a bit of a reoccurring theme with a lot of like Italian defenders. But proper shit, that man. But also phenomenally good.
He was very, very close to joining my defence, but I went on a different tangent here for a certain man who looks remarkably like Sideshow Bob. I've gone for David Luiz.
Oh.
Because I think David Luiz, especially in his Chelsea days, had his moments of being a bit of a shithouse. The big one that I think of, like if I think of David Luiz, the thing that stands out is never anything he does actually on a pitch, other than when he's lying on the floor, hands over his face. And if you're watching the video version, I shall act this out for you. He's got hands over his face, and he gives a little side eye and has a little chuckle to himself after he's done a dive. The bastard man. So bastard David Luiz is in there.
Like it, rate it.
Yeah.
Yep. Makes complete sense.
There's a couple of little tangents. One of them was I was trying to remember what Sol Campbell did during the World Cup this year, because he did that, I think, France a few years ago when they were going on about all the contenders and one half the draw, and France were just nowhere near it. This year was, is England's last 16 game an away game? That was his question. The other one is on David Luiz. Look it up. There's a story. I think it might have been Coach's Voice or Manager's Voice or one of those blogs. But his friends came over to Paris when he played for PSG, and they started up like a five-a-side team. Or it might have been like a Sunday League team. So he was a ringer for them a couple of times, and then when they found out he was a ringer, he wasn't allowed to be. But like he got to a point he got that involved with, he just kept giving them more money. He put on like a full end of season awards like he'd have at PSG for this team. His mum made all the kits for the team. It's such a lovely story of all these like Brazilians playing in Paris. But yeah, no, it's actually really good read actually. I'll send you a link. And
I like my favourite part of that is the fact that it took them a little while to figure out that it was David Luiz, at the time one of the most famous players.
He trained them essentially. So the kits would come in, he'd train them on a Monday night, and then he'd train them on a Monday night and then do a Champions League match on the Tuesday. So
wow. It's good to have hobbies. It's good to keep yourself busy, isn't it?
Is it David Luiz or is it a sentient bush? We'll never know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. So he even hired like the videographer of PSG to film the guys playing games as well, so they can watch them and he can critique them. But yeah, it's like a wonderful little story.
That's very cool. I didn't know that, and I actually quite like that. I think it still warrants a place on the list, but that's actually a very, very cool story. I like that a lot. That's very cool. Jeb, who have you got for us?
We're in midfield now.
Oh,
I think you have one more defender to go.
I had Pepe, didn't I? So that's
you had
before.
Pepe.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got one defender left, and then we can make a start on midfielders.
Well, you do your defender then, didn't you?
I will do my thanks, Jeb. I will.
Go on, do your defender.
Oh, you do your defenders.
I've done my defenders.
See, this level of aggravational banter actually leans quite nicely into my final player. I've been really enjoying the television show Shoresy recently. I've really enjoyed Shoresy. It's from the people that made Letterkenny. It's the same actor and same fellow that wrote and starred in Letterkenny. It's a program called Shoresy. It's about a Canadian hockey team. Shoresy is the title character, and he has a reputation in the show for just in hockey they call it chirpsing, spectacularly chirpsing the opposition through the entirety of every game they play, and it's fantastic, and it's really well written, very well acted, and it's one of those programs that feels very authentic in terms of how the sport that is based around is presented. But as I say, the title character Shoresy has this reputation for just being a horrible shit to everybody when they're playing verbally, and on that basis, I don't think you can look much further than somebody like little Andy Robinson, ultimate wind-up merchant. Like, a lot of people say he's horrible to play against because he's just constantly in your ear the entire game. And
he was on my list as well.
I love that. Yeah, I absolutely adore that. It comes back to your first one. It comes, it's Matrax again, isn't it? It's just getting into somebody's head and just doing it consistently for 90 minutes, week in, week out. Like we all love like the Liverpool clips, and apparently we don't.
Okay?
Can't stand them. Does somebody just drop a dustbin lid? It's top.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is he about to just like pull up an entire fish skeleton and then just like eat it? But yeah, we all love the Andy Robbo clips, don't we? Like the Liverpool interviews, like the Mo Salah impressions, the why am I always at the front? It's just one of those things that constantly goes around my head. And they're brilliant. But then imagine trying to play a Premier League game of football against him. If that it must be horrible. And that makes me like him. That makes me like him even more. So yeah, I've got Robbo's on my list as my final defender. I like him.
Yeah.
Kind
Nice.
of harmless shithousery we could all get behind.
Yeah, I think the game against Barca for Liverpool is probably the biggest one. He was just laughing in Messi's face.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. More of that kind of thing. Psychological warfare on the football pitch. That's what we need. That's what we need more of. Right, is that the defences done then, fellas? We're ready for some midfielders.
I believe so.
Go on then, D. Get us started. Who have you got for us? Midfielder number one.
Okay, midfielder. I suppose you would maybe call them more of a winger. Maybe would fall more as a forward, but I've put them in midfield because they do play on a side. And it counts for me. And it's a man with very tricksy feet. Loves, and I believe actually on many occasions has been booked for just doing skills past people, for not respecting the game. Loves a dive. Oh my God. The man spends more time on the floor rolling around than anyone I can think of. It's none other than Neymar. The man who this most recent World Cup, who did Brazil get knocked out? It was Norway, wasn't it? They got knocked out by Norway.
Yes.
Yeah, and he took the penalty in that game and scored, and was like laughing at the goalkeeper because he scored a penalty. It's like, you're getting knocked out. Why are you laughing at the goalkeeper? But he's obviously trying to just get in their head a little bit just to see if he can, maybe stir something up. But yeah, spends half of his career just cheating, dark arts, all that sort of stuff, rolling around the floor. Quite shithouse behaviour, in my opinion. And just skinning everybody because he can, and then moving to Saudi for cash because why not?
Because why not?
Yeah,
he's that ultimate dickhead at five-a-side, isn't he? He's that one. He's learned how to do all the tricks, and then he's going to let you know that he's learned how to do all the tricks because he's going to be insufferable about it. Yeah, very, very much. Yep, a worthy addition on the list. And can I shock you, D? One of mine as well.
Yeah, boy.
There he is. What about you, Jeb? Did you have a Neymar on yours, or are you going to shock us with a new name?
A new name.
Oh.
I have Neymar on mine, actually. Eden Hazard. Remember that Reading ball boy?
Yeah.
They beat up to get the ball off him. Remember when Real Madrid lost in the Champions League final? He wasn't playing, but he was just laughing. So it's like the last semi-final. That type of thing. That's pretty much why he's on there. I was like,
Fair enough.
I don't know. I think Hazard might have been overrated. I might get crucified for that. But yeah, I think he was just slightly overrated. I think it was in an era when the Premier League wasn't that great. But there we are.
He ebbed and flowed as well, didn't he? He had like a season where he was on, and then a season where he was just did nothing, and then he'd be back on fire again, and then nothing. Anytime there was rumor of moves,
he wasn't like Richarlison levels. Like if you actually look at Richarlison in general, he's between November and March, he disappeared every single season. He starts off really well, ends really well, plays well against Liverpool, and I think that was it. That's about all he ever does.
Yeah. So Charles and Zogby did the same. Charles and Zogby did nothing for. It was longer. It was like 2.5 years. Decided he wanted to move to a new club, and then just turned into like the reincarnation of Pele for 6 months, and then got a move elsewhere, and then went back to doing nothing. That's an interesting. Here's more controversial hot takes. This is the direction the podcast is going in now. We're just going to do controversial hot takes. I would think I would add Neymar to that list of players that I actually think were quite overrated. Because
Neymar's go on.
His contributions, if you look at his numbers, he's scored tons. But if you look at the teams that he did it in, he was always going to. He was part of. He had Suarez and Messi playing in front of him at Barcelona, and then he had Mbappe and Messi. Messi and Messi, yeah. Mbappe and Messi at PSG as well. So of course he was PSG. Of course he was going to score goals. Of course. When you look at Neymar highlights, there aren't many memorable games where Neymar ran the show. He was just part of very, very good teams.
Yeah. And it's funny, isn't it? I think earlier in his career, he was like the one that was closest or was touted as being closest to breaking that Messi Ronaldo debate. He was always in and around. He'd be like, the third name is Neymar. Neymar's pretty great. And then, I think as you go further and further in, his career just sort of just got a little bit stale. And wasn't as good as he was obviously like on no level am I going to say Neymar was bad or rubbish, but just not as exceptional maybe as he was expected to be.
That's fair enough. That's valid. So we don't like Eden Hazard, we don't like Neymar. No. Good. Who else don't we like? I'm gonna go for extreme recency bias with my next pick. The son of, arguably, a player that could have made it onto a lot of people's lists. I've gone for Giuliano Simeone, son of Diego, because just watching the way that he played at the World Cup, horrible, absolutely horrible. Just walking foul, just a walking foul. That was it. He didn't. He was for me. Bear with me here, lads. Let's see if I can land the plane on this one. I think, in terms of kind of that World Cup exposure, he was the opposite side of the Jed Spence coin, because Jed Spence had a wonderful World Cup, got loads and loads of eyes on him, and shone in most of the games that he played in. Looked absolutely phenomenal. Simeone always stood out to me for Argentina, but for completely the opposite reasons. Just he didn't play football. It was horrible, niggly fouls every few seconds. Didn't play. He just went there to shithouse. And for me, I think he deserves a place on this list, because I think it's one of the standout players of the World Cup for me, but just for the wrong reasons. I think he was horrible boy.
Can I just slightly interrupt you for just in terms of shithousery? I think I mentioned before we started pod, New York have sacked the manager Stuart Maynard. They won the National League last year. Martin Jol is their new manager.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they found Martin Yole, but he is now the new manager at York. There we are.
Well, that makes nothing but sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I mean, there we go. I mean, we're talking real football today, but there is the most 20 years into your FM save managerial appointment you'll ever see.
Yeah. Yeah. Closely followed by Jason Malumbi becomes the manager of Man United. Martin Yoller's taken over at York.
I think I had to say where Alex Neil was Liverpool manager. So how's he come there? Like after a year of like a life of being between Preston and Norwich, like stuck on the M6 and M1, just oh god.
Wow, yeah, that's a very FM man. Well done, York, for just popping us. That's if anything else, superb.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Right, okay, so we've slated Simeone, we've slated Neymar, we've slated Eden Hazard. Who else have you got for us, D?
Well, I also have Giuliano Simeone in my midfield, mainly for his antics this World Cup, the Argentina-England game. That man should have seen about 3 red cards during that game. So I will say a different one.
Okay.
So we've just said Giuliano Simeone, haven't we? Cool. I'm going to mention his dad, Diego Simeone, as a manager. Spectacular.
What was the game in the World Cup where they kept cutting into him in the crowd? To the point where I was just like, is he like the new manager or something? They just kept cutting to him. It might have been the Cape Verde game. Like every single moment was like, I will cut to him. Not like when they got obsessed with David. Well, David Beckham was just like, I'm bored of seeing his expressionless face.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Posh is very, 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 very drunk here. So go back again.
Yeah. More shots on the celebs. It's just wild throughout this whole tournament. But I'm going Diego Simeone. I suppose the most significant moment I can think of with him would be the 1998 World Cup game against England. Weirdly, isn't that weird how 2 Argentinian Simeones have made it my team, all thanks to their behaviour in games against England?
How bizarre.
Bias, perhaps. True, though. He's a dick. He's an absolute dick, and I've got no time for him. He's my least favourite manager in the history of the sport. Because he's just a shithouse.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
angry.
The fact that he still sets up a low block 4-4-2, like that's just what he's done since day one. Like that's his thing. That's his remit. And frustratingly, I do model my managers on FM on him because I just put them in the all black suit because that actually looks quite cool. But it's just
it's a great look.
But, but the man that's wearing it in the context of Diego Simeone, what a bastard. Yeah, fair enough.
Because Diego is a bastard man.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yes, Diego is asshole. Why D-boy hate? Jeb, any Simeones made it onto your list?
No Simeones, but possibly an inspiration for a Simeone.
Oh.
He had a wonderful career that was at Chesterfield, Rotherham, Hartlepool, Scunthorpe, Aldershot, Barnsley, York, Crewe, Burton, Gainsborough Trinity, where he started his managerial career in 1980. He was a 5'9" winger. Neil Colin Warnock. Like, how much of a shithouse was he as a manager? Imagine how bad he was as a player.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah. And if he's a winger as well, he'd just be chatting utter crap to the left. Well, the left or right, I don't know what side he played on. But I think he's got to be up there. He's got to be on there in some sort of way. I don't think he should manage. I think we do bring back player Neil Warnock. Yeah. Although, is he a chiropodist as well, like a fully trained chiropodist? So there are stories where exactly. He can fix your feet in seconds. Also, he claims either that or he's got a fetish. But no kink shaming here. But there we are. No, but yes, he will quite often just like after a game he'll be bollocking a player, but also massaging the feet at the same time. So it's fine. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, definitely an inspiration the way he played as well for Diego Simeone. Just shithousery.
I can't think of anything more terrifying than going to get your ingrown toenail sorted out and it's Neil Warnock sat there with the snippers.
Have you come to learn about how I used to get on? Now, come on now. I'll tell you all about Sheffield. Give us your tootsies. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange little goblin man.
Yeah. Oh, that's unsettling.
Lovely.
Qualified chiropodist, I was right. Yeah. So
Now
You've
got an ingrown toenail here, and you weren't tracking your winger. So you got to die for 3 points, but if you don't deal with this, your foot will come off. It's a TV show, The Waiting, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. It really is. It's been a whole episode since we pitched a TV show. So that's good. Right. I'm going to go for somebody who falls into the Pepe school of hairdressing here. A man who, again, I'm just terrified to realise recently can grow hair. Celtic's Scott Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Again, yeah.
I have thought the World Cup. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Has hair.
Scott Brown.
Exactly. Could grow it. Thought it made him look hard. Just spent his entire career just having a fight. That was his remit. Just being absolutely horrible for Celtic. Like, turned down moves to England, allegedly. He will tell stories about how he turned down moves to England, just to stay at Celtic Park, battering Motherwell players. Like that was essentially his remit, wasn't it? Just being a horrible bully for 90 minutes every game.
Yeah.
And the Celtic fans adore him. So clearly, in some cases, that works. But yeah, Scott Brown,
The right move for
angry
him.
man. I've not looked up his career red cards or anything. Thank you, Deebles.
I'm on it.
But I'm guessing it's going to be quite a few. I'd be shocked if it was less than 25.
I'm going to shock you. Former Celtic and Scotland midfielder Scott Brown received a total of 4 red cards during his extensive professional club career. Yeah.
No. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. Wow. Okay.
But I imagine he's probably picked up a lot more yellows.
519 yellow cards.
Oh, 189.
Yeah, okay. That's the level.
Yeah.
That's the level. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, okay, sorry. So yeah, 4 straight red cards, 4 double yellow cards.
Okay.
You know,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
So 8 really across the board.
Right. Still exponentially less than I thought it was going to be. But yeah. Big Scott, big angry boy.
It's still quite a few, isn't it?
Yeah, still more than you'd expect. There we go. Angry Scott. Deebles. Gorgeous name.
Yes.
Shocked me.
Well, this is my last midfielder, so I imagine you chaps have got a couple more to go. But my last centre mid, is this maybe a correct one to put in a shithouse list? I feel like it is. My most significant sort of, I guess, my shithouse moment for him was him walking off the pitch to his own fans booing him, and him just taking it like a champ and giving it back as good as they're giving it to him. It's Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka just absolutely, yeah, the entire, I think obviously when he was at Arsenal, I think he picked up quite a few, he was quite consistent for a red card as well, or at least a lot of bookings. And yeah, him getting booed and him just reacting quite angrily and then just trying to wind up his own fans. That's a level of shithousery I think you can respect. Not only are you trying to wind up the opposition, but you're trying to get under your own fans' skin as well. You don't want anybody to like you in that moment. So yeah, I've gone Granit Xhaka as a little bit of a wind-up merchant for that sort of behaviour. Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. I know former podcast Buderino TJ would strike you for besmirching Granit Xhaka's name.
I like Granit Xhaka. I think he's done very well at Sunderland.
Oh, absolutely.
He's done remarkably well. It's just his career at Arsenal, I think, is what stands out for me more.
No,
Yeah, cup in his ears, swearing at the fans, taking off his shirt, storming off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Top Cat's back.
Yeah, no.
Jeb.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, I'm going strikers now or wingers. I don't know. I don't know where he played. I don't really care, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Neil Mopay,
Yeah.
like proper Aussie shit ass. Struth mate. He copied Zaha's celebration when he played for Crystal Palace and when he played for Brighton and scored against Palace, which is like a rivalry. He scored and he copied Zaha's celebration. He copied James Maddison's celebration twice. the darts throwing when they won, when he played for Brentford, and then he also put out a picture of said celebration. Gutted we couldn't get the win. More goals and less relegations than James Maddison in my career.
Always fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Neil Mopay's social media is second to none.
And then haven't got to the end yet because it's the best one. He did lots of crying celebrations like to the fans. You crying because I scored. And then when he left Everton, he put out a Shawshank Redemption tribute of him crawling out of a tunnel and coming to life when he was at Marseille and the feel of the lovely rain on his face because he's escaped Everton.
Yeah.
Wow.
He followed that one up a little while later with, whenever I'm having a bad day, I just check the Everton score and smile. Like, oh, so good.
So bitter.
Powerful. But at the same time, ironically, if we look at I think we call it the Sol Campbell scale,
Yeah.
Former clubs fans hating. He's not one of those names that I hear coming from Everton fans as somebody that they despise. I've never heard it. And I don't know.
Yeah, he's also.
He overrides it.
I don't know why I called him Aussie. He's French, but I don't know. I just imagine him to be Aussie. But also, his mother's Argentinian. So there you go. That's where some of it comes from.
There we go.
Like,
It's all come full circle.
What are we
hasn't it?
learning today on the podcast?
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. What are we learning today?
This could just be an Argentinian 11, to be fair.
It could be. I could have put a lot of Argentinians just from this World Cup in mine. I've got one midfielder left, obviously, because there was Neymar crossover. We're down to our last few anyway, so that's fine. My final midfielder, I've gone for a man who, having seen a few clips, a few different bits and pieces of their career, I can only assume was some kind of competition winner. Like, he just opened a box of cereal and there was just a professional football contract in there instead of like a little plastic maze or a mirror or something. Because in terms of his footballing ability, it just didn't exist. Acting ability, maybe. Footballing, no. Vinnie Jones, he squeezed Paul Gascoigne's testicles, got sent off a lot, and that was about it. But somehow carved out a career as a professional footballer for the better part of a decade. I don't understand how, but I quite like him in Guy Ritchie films. I don't know. That's something. Maybe.
Yeah, he's good in them.
He's very good at playing Vinnie Jones in a film. He's not very good at playing the Juggernaut.
Bitch.
But apart from that, I've stuck Vinny in there because I think he is for that era of football, especially Premier League football, quintessential, just bastard.
He was good as a hooligan in Eurotrip.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. Good. 12 red cards across his total professional career, and 7 of them specifically in the Premier League.
There you go, then. All makes sense.
There you go. And he has the fastest booking of 3 seconds in the FA Cup match against Chelsea. For Chelsea against Sheffield United. Yeah, 3 seconds he got a red card. A yellow card.
Yellow card, yeah. That was it. It was blow whistle, kick, free kick.
Yeah. Right, D, you're playing in the Slough game at the end of August.
Yes, I sure am.
2 seconds.
I'm on it.
Good lad.
and I know exactly how to get it as well, because I believe if the referee is who I think it is, I've just got to give him the same nickname Jeb gives him.
Or you could just kick the ball away. Make sure they've got the kickoff and you just boot it away. That's the other kind of defence.
There you go.
Sprint up and hoof
0
it.
seconds, yeah.
Yep. There you go. And then the full shearer round the pitch. And then celebration.
And treat it like, was it like the old FIFA games where the referee's chasing you around the pitch trying to book you, and I'm just running away the whole time.
Yeah.
Not a yellow card until you catch me.
Exactly. I think more people should celebrate things that happen in game that aren't necessarily goals. There's a clip of the comedian Vittorio Angeloni played in a charity match around this time last year, and he nutmegged Dimitar Berbatov in the game, and then just tries to pass it and then just runs arms out to the fans like the full length of the pitch because he megged Berbatov, which I think is fantastic. So more of that kind of behaviour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I've got Vinny. What a shit. D, I think you're down to your last couple now would be my best guess.
Yeah, I've got my two strikers, as it were. Have you got any more midfielders, Jeb?
No more midfielders. I guess we'll probably put honourable mentions to Robbie Savage, Roy Keane, and
yes,
Vieira, Posh. Yeah, Vieira as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, am I going to guess that all three of us have got Suarez?
No.
Oh.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Didn't go Suarez. Suarez is obviously an incredible shout for this, but the first name I've gone for, I mean, you can't help but love him for what he does. It's Jamie Vardy. You can't help but love it. Yeah, he's every opportunity celebration. Like again, you talk about celebrations from Mope, like. You know, he scores against Crystal Palace, so he runs up and down the goal line, waving his arms like he's an eagle, or he scores against Wolves and howls at them, you know, or the definitive one. I think, did he play for Wednesday as a kid?
Yes. Yeah, I think he was in the youth setup, yeah.
Yeah, so he scored against United, scores against Sheffield United, and then just goes and stands in front of them and just does this at them. And just tries to wind them all up. The king of shithousery, in my opinion, Jamie Vardy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's made my list. Bizarrely, he made my list ahead of, because I thought everyone was going to say Luis Suarez, and I thought Vardy might have been more of a rogue shout, but clearly he isn't. But you're right. For me, he's never lost that non-league mentality, and I mean that in a really, really positive way. Like you see a lot of footballers who, you know, they move to big clubs young, and they spend their entire time, you know, like for example, like a top 6 team, and they're very, you know, it's very rehearsed. They're obviously very media savvy. That's part of the training. That's part of saying they're told what to do. They're told how to behave in interviews. That's just part of top level football now, and he's never subscribed to that, which I think is fantastic. Like you can just imagine him just being sat down by somebody at Leicester after he 2-footed that corner flag. How was I supposed to know it was Pride Month? Come on now.
yeah. It's like, hi Jamie. Yeah, we've had to call you into the office again. Yeah. You got to stop doing these celebrations. Why?
Yeah,
I'm having fun.
Yeah. You've upset the entire LGBTQ community, Jamie. How? Oh, come on.
Come on. They deserved it. You know, did you see the goal I scored? Tap in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's made it onto my list because he's
even as I think it was it Leicester when they were back in the Prem and playing against Tottenham a couple of obviously season before last, and they've obviously got a son. He's there like pointing at like a Premier League winners thing on his shirt, even though he's like played like 12 minutes of the game. Just like, by the way, just a reminder, you lot, like, you know, we've won the Prem, you lot haven't. Just to get in people's heads. What a genius. Mm-hmm. Yeah, love it.
Great. Yeah, categorically. Jeb, who have you got for us?
Luis Suarez. Obviously, everyone knows about his biting. I think what brought up with D is for some reason came on the algorithm today was last season. I think it might be who did Giroud go to in the MLS? Because I think basically Giroud is trying to pull back Jordi Alba, and Jordi Alba is trying to pull back Suarez to calm him down, and he bites Jordi Alba's hand, who's on his team. It's like when he did the initial bite, he claimed that he'd hurt his teeth. Basically, he'd been elbowed in the face. But like, he was an unbelievable footballer for 2 seasons. But I think the one was Moyes said he's a diver. He'll go down at any point. And what does he do? Scores against Everton, runs as fast as he can, and dives in front of David Moyes. Just wonderful shithousery.
It's that going down, holding his teeth that will always like, it's just stuck in my memory. After was it Chiellini that he bit at the World Cup?
Yeah, he did it. Chiellini at the World Cup, and who was it? I can't remember who it was. The
Evra? Did he bite Evra?
No, right back in. No, that was the racism debate, which I say debate, but no, that was the racist language. And then who was it? It was Chelsea defender.
Oh, Ivanovic.
Ivanovic, that's it. Yes, and he was a Eastern European. But yes, yeah. Like I said, some of the stuff, inexcusable. But when he wanted to do it, he could do it. And the thing is, he just proved to his football ability as well. So.
This is it. Like, two lads that you couldn't pay me to bite would be Giorgio Chiellini and Branislav Ivanovic, because they were just terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But yeah, you're again categorically right. I think going down, holding the teeth after biting Chiellini, and it was the handball. It was Suarez the handball against Ghana as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that's patriotism. That's like.
Yeah. But watching him going down the tunnel, and then very very similarly to Zidane, like they film him going down the tunnel, but he turns around, he's just like give it the big uns, then just finishes going down after they missed the penalty. Yes, categorically, yes. I think too. Vardy and Suarez worthy additions. I'm going to go for one that again. I'd be surprised if one of you hadn't put this one on here as well. To my mind, almost the definition of a petulant striker who also looks like he could have owned a kebab van. Diego Costa. Like you would quite happily buy a chicken kebab with garlic and chili sauce from Diego Costa and think nothing about it. He has the look of a fast food shop owner about him, and more power to him. I wish I did. But as a footballer, like for a man that was, again, he wasn't a small man. He looked like he was solid. He looked like he was like almost like a tree trunk at the best of times, did Diego Costa. Like, incredible striker, but for a man of his size, diving, rolling around, like minimal contact, like just down he went. Horrible to play against. Like, he's, as a defender, you'd be as worried about coming up against somebody like a Diego Costa as you would like as like a an Mbappe, in their pomp, because that somebody's they're gonna give you the runaround, or like a proper Ronaldo, not the other Ronaldo. You know that you're going to be in trouble because of their just pure footballing ability. But Diego Costa had that. He was an incredible striker on his day, but also an absolute bastard with it as well. Like, how do you defend against somebody that has the potential to skin you, or at the same time, just if your shoelaces collide, he's going to go down holding his face. It's going to be one of the two. Like, how do you? It's such a conundrum as how, as a defender, you handle strikers like that. So he's made it onto my list because of how good he was at being a striker, but also at being a bit of a shit.
Yeah. It's a valid one. He almost made my list. Again, like you say, just sort of, he's either going to muscle his way through and actually be a good football player, or just be a prick. But my last choice, and again, if I'm thinking of career-defining shithouse moments, nothing really beats it than scoring against your former club and sprinting the entire length of the pitch and sliding on your knees in front of your old fans and just staring up at them like Adebayor did and just feeding off their hatred and delicious. Yeah, Emmanuel Adebayor. I mean, that moment significantly cements him to me as a shithouse. Not a man who's afraid to move to rivals either. Again, did the Spurs Arsenal thing. Obviously played for Man City. I think he played for Real Madrid, which blows my mind. But yeah, Adebayor, what a shit.
Yeah.
But a beautiful moment.
Oh, it's incredible. Like it's part of horrible cliche, but it's English football heritage. It's one of those moments that everybody that sees that celebration knows the story behind it. It's great. Again, the fact that it was the entire length of the pitch as well just adds to it. I think one of those players who kind of took the City money early as well, which is enough to make people dislike him at the best of times anyway, because that was that wasn't a point where City weren't an incredible team at that point. They were still just throwing money at the
just
wall,
building at it, weren't they?
Just throwing cash at players and just hoping they'd come. So that made me dislike him a little bit anyway. But that moment is so good. It's an iconic Premier League moment, isn't it? That celebration.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, lovely,
classic.
Jeb, land this plane, buddy. Bring us home. What have you got for us?
Player who played for his boyhood club and then abandoned them and went chasing titles. Don't think he won a title. And then he left them and he went to Barcelona. He came back to England. Then he went to Japan. Outspoken politically. Showing off his wealth this week as well, a little bit as well. Writing to the Prime Minister, showing off his wealth. Never got a yellow or a red card. Just grow up. Gary Lineker. What a shithouse.
Yeah.
Absolute shithouse.
Well, I mean, shitty pants as well.
Shitty pants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable.
Shitty bum Lineker, as we call him in our house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Shags crisps. That's
yeah, exactly.
Gary Lineker. Yeah. Shags crisps. Pooey bum.
Yeah.
Grow up. Get one yellow card. Sort your life out. Gary.
Exactly. Get one yellow card.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Stop giving away your money to more tax. God. Yeah, unbelievable.
He is the reason that Grampus 8 is just cemented in my head as a Japanese football club. Like that, I don't know. It's because of Gary Lineker. It's because of Gary. That piece of information is always in there. Like it's whenever I hear his name, there's just something in the back of my mind goes, tell them he played for Grampus 8 in Japan. They'll be really impressed. I'm like, nobody needs to know. Nobody cares enough. But it's always in there. And that clip of him pooing himself is great. If I showed that clip to my children without any context, and I said, why am I showing you this? They'd say, that man's done a poo. Like, it's very, very clear that man's done a poo. And it's the way that he tells that story, tries to play it off. Like, if I just slide my arse across the pitch a few times, I'll be able to play this off. Nobody will know. We all knew, Gary. Everybody.
Straight away.
Yeah. That surely, within the laws of the game, shitting yourself on the pitch must be worthy of a yellow card, no?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if it isn't, why isn't it used more?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Right, D. If you don't get
Slough.
Hang on, no, I've got to get booked early. You have to shit your pants, Rich.
He's not in the
Why
team
am I
yet.
going to soil myself?
He's not been announced. So.
Hey, you could just do it in the stands.
Yeah, he's not going to get a
Wherever you are,
card,
Rich, crap yourself. Do it now.
And you can shout Tom from Essex's catchphrase back at him as you throw it at him.
There you go. He'll enjoy that. He'll enjoy that. Assaulted by a man from the stands.
Yeah.
With poo. Yeah. It's going to be a really fun weekend. Good. Again, notable, kind of honourable mentions there. The other Ronaldo, the Portuguese one, the wink, just for being a horrible man in a lot of ways, allegedly.
Yeah.
And
Paid it off.
innocent people don't pay.
Why was it in America last year?
Yeah, weird that. Well, every club you've played for the last decade have cancelled their pre-season tour of America and then started them again when you've left the club, Cristiano. That's really weird. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. But yeah, the wink, isn't it? After the
And he was mean to Dara O'Shea.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, getting away with that ban as well. Yeah.
And it's like, not to Dara. Dara's a good lad.
Oh.
Wouldn't that fly?
Ugh. Gross. There we go. Have we missed any blatantly obvious ones? I think, Jeb, you rounded up the midfielders. I mean, people like you've mentioned, obviously, like the Roy Keanes of the world, they were ones that quite easily could have made it onto the list.
Yeah, definitely. Shearer, I guess I'll put Shearer. Loved to throw an elbow.
Yeah.
Duncan Ferguson.
Big dunk, yeah.
Big dunk. He loved to throw an elbow.
Haaland. He does like a bit of a wind up at points, but especially in the like City Arsenal games, there's loads of great clips of him like picking up a ball, hoofing it at a player, throwing it at someone. Yeah,
definitely.
Stay humble. Stay
exactly.
humble.
Stay humble.
That's the advice. That's the advice. What I've really enjoyed about this conversation, lads, is that despite the fact that we've been listing players who are, for the most part, bad shits, we've all had a smile on our faces when we talk about most of them as well, because there is a line, but if you don't cross the line, it's actually quite entertaining, isn't it? It's actually quite a good bit of fun.
There was an Argentinian guy in the 80s and early 90s. He was a bit of a shithouse as well. Played for Napoli. Diego something.
Small lad.
He was a bit, small lad, yeah.
Little bloke. Yeah.
Can't remember his surname.
Before my time, I don't know any of that era.
No. Dee was only born in 2005, so.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
Babyface assassin.
That's what they call you.
Look at the Solskjaer. I don't remember him being in shithouse, was he? Was he in shithouse?
I mean, he has a moment of charging back and getting a red card and 2-footing some sucker who was in on a goal.
Yeah.
But that's passion.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's shit. That's kind of shit housing.
That's a bit naughty, isn't it? That's a bit naughty. That's a bit naughty. Lads, that was loads of fun. Thanks for that. I really enjoyed it. It was good. Good time with pals. That feels very podcasty to me, though. I will say that. It feels very much like a podcast. Before we start to wrap up, Jeb, where can people find you doing things on the internet?
I don't know. I'm busy this week, so.
Right, fair enough then. Cheers.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, cool. Like maybe you can watch Twitch. I did a stream yesterday, actually, the first time in a couple of weeks, but football season's back, so I'm just going to be busy again now. So.
You did some good bowling yesterday, though.
Oh yeah, I did, yeah. With
against somebody that looked a little bit too much like me for my liking.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, did actually.
That was awkward.
He was rubbish.
So
you were rubbish. I was mildly rubbish, but yeah, with my good bowler Ryan O.
Yeah.
He's got a big lump on his head.
He has. He really does. He's got a big one. Big lumpsy boy. Deebles, you've got a new save, haven't you, on your Twitch?
Well, it's not a new save, is it? It's just a brief club, yeah.
I mean, it is a new story.
Yeah.
It's not part of the 26 and 26 because that finished with the World Cup final. But yeah, now I am the proud manager of Clermont-Foot in France. So trying to get them promoted to the top and just trying to win something with them. That'd be nice. I'll take bare minimum. I really will.
That's the spirit, champ.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/T-Boy Plays, yeah?
That's it, yeah. That's where you can come and watch bare minimum happening.
Yeah. Where can people find you just obsessing over the same footballer at a different club?
Rich.
D, I think he's talking to you.
We both know he's not because I'm telling on him, Jeb. I don't know if he signed him again.
Yeah, no, I was there.
Signed him again.
I was there. I think I've still got Mrs. O's number from his 40th birthday celebration. So
Words, mate.
Might have to have a word.
Yeah. I've done it again. Boys, and I won't stop. I won't ever stop. I should
At
stop.
some point, you're
It's
gonna
getting
have
weird,
to.
isn't it? It's starting to get a bit weird.
It's
now.
getting. No, it's weird. Yeah, it's already weird.
All right.
The worrying thing is, I think you're going to buy the in-game editor and unretire him in this universe.
Constantly.
You can sign him again.
He's never going to die. He's never going to die.
Just makes him 18 again. More Luca.
What are the
Oh, my
chances?
favourite version. No.
That pigeon's back. Twitch.tv/Rich Owens FM. Not that on Twitter though, because my account got hacked last week, and they won't give it back. So
vote for Rich to be on this comedy podcast. Please give him his votes now.
Yeah, it's important you vote for me for a podcast. Why would I leave? I've literally got tenure on this podcast. Like, nobody can sack me. Why would I want to do another one? Ridiculous.
Tony does like 7. He's launched a new one this week. So.
I know he's a busy boy, isn't he? I want to carry on doing one, if that's okay, lads. There's only a finite number of people that I like, and I'm lucky enough that I get to do a podcast with 3 of them. So new people, gross. Anyway, Elon, if you're listening to this, give me the account back or don't. I don't care. I'll start a new one.
Also, Bob, if he asks you about podcasts as well, don't listen
to him. Yeah, if Bob asks you about podcast, Bob wants to host this, so don't vote for him. Don't vote for Bob. He's a lovely boy, but it's my seat. Fellas, thank you very much for joining me this evening, and thank you, the audience, you cheeky scamps. Thanks for listening, for watching, however you are consuming this podcast. We appreciate you enormously. As Jeb said earlier, if you're watching this on YouTube and you are not subscribed, press the subscribe button. Go on, do it. Go on, be your friend. Okay, let's wrap this up. We'll see you on the next episode of Football Manager Therapy, but until then, take care. Love you lots.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.